What's going on, everybody? I hope you guys are all having a fantastic night. This night wouldn't be complete if I did not cover a little bit of Roku. So, Roku got absolutely destroyed in the after hours session. Um, Here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing with a lot of these stocks, a lot of these, super high growth stocks that really ran during 2020, during the whole COVID thing, right? Stay at home plays, all these super high speculative names. Even though Roku is in that tech sector, it's going to be in that, that following along with those triple Qs. This thing has been absolutely getting destroyed for a while now. So, with that being said, there's a lot of stocks sort of bunched in the group like Roku, and some of those stocks being things like um, uh, Netflix, right, has been getting destroyed. A lot of your apps that have been getting destroyed, right? A lot of things, Zoom has been getting destroyed. A lot of things that you were really, really using, these stay at home type of plays. Look at Peloton. Look at so many of these stocks that had these mega run ups. Roku is all the same, right? Their guidance was not that good. They are expecting a little bit of decrease going into the later part of the year. You would expect revenues to continue to go down here, but this stock completely is destroyed. So what I want to look at here is if we can see this little double bottom that we had going back a couple of weeks ago here to that 144 area. This is the area that they needed to absolutely hold. And why did they need to hold that level? Well, because we touched it 2 times. Does that mean that, because we double bottomed that it has to hold? Of course not. But what you want to see as a bull is you want to see some sort of consolidation. You want to see some sort of, hold. You want to see, can the bulls rally this stock? Are we coming back? With everything going on right now in the stock market, from the Russia talks to the inflation talks to interest rate hikes. How many are we getting? Are we going to get 172 or are we only going to get one? Are we going to move up, 1,000 basis points? Or are we going to move up 2 basis points? Nobody knows what exactly is going on. You have other financial YouTubers out there like me, Kevin, thinking that this is the beginning of a market cycle. So, with that being said, if that's the case, then we could expect a lot of stocks to even get pulled down further. Stocks like Roku, look at what they're doing to PayPal. And PayPal, considering what it's trading at now, is relatively, I don't want to say cheap, but compared to what it was trading at before, this is almost, a steal. But here's the thing that everyone is failing to realize. And I see so much talk on social media about, well, stocks can't stay oversold for this long. There's no technical reason as to why these stocks are trading this low. And as soon as I see that, I've only been trading for 5 years, 3 years full time. So I personally myself did not trade the dot-com bubble. I did not trade the financial crisis in 2007, 2008. I did not trade those bear markets. Okay, so if you've been trading realistically for under 10 years, you have never experienced what is a real bear market, let alone know what a real bear market actually looks like in the beginning stages. So just let me just stop you right there so you guys can pick up what I'm laying down. What I'm saying is these stocks do not need to come back up. These stocks do not need to push higher. If just like you're saying, there's no reason why these stocks are trading this low. Well, guess what, guys? There's no reason why they were really trading that high. I hope that kind of makes sense. The point I'm trying to make here is, and I'm definitely not, a bear. I do not just short stocks. I do not just buy put options. I trade the market both long and short. I'm just a day trader. I hold no long-term investments. And there's a reason for that. Not because I don't believe in a lot of these companies. I think that a lot of these companies are going to be 5, 10, 15, 20x in the next 20, 10, 5 years from now. But the thing is that I like to have my money cash and liquid so I can make these moves intraday in and out. And I don't really need to worry about, can I hold this stock overnight? Is this stock going up in 3 months? What am I going to do if this stock continues to go down? I don't want to be left holding the bag on any one particular stock. So with that being said, a stock like Roku could essentially find a new home down here in this level. And I can't even find a support here on the hourly time frame. I'm going to have to go to the daily time frame. And if we look at the daily time frame here, what is starting to worry me about Roku is that we are coming down to previous lows that we had here in the middle of January. And if we start testing these earnings lows and Roku starts to lose the earnings lows, and I want you guys to really pay attention to what it is that I'm actually saying. Take a look at some stocks recently coming off of earnings that got sold off. Take a look at some of those stocks, what happened after they confirmed those earnings lows. Most of these stocks have been on multiple day, multiple week, just downward slow fades. Take a look at PayPal, take a look at Square, take a look at a lot of these names that once they confirmed those earnings lows, they just sort of continue to just drift lower. So if we take a look at what's going on with Roku, not only did we test it one time here and put in these lows at 139.47, we also tested it here on the 28th of January. We also tested this level on the 3rd of February. And now here on earnings, we are yet back again with this engulfing red candlestick, losing the 20-day moving average, which in my opinion, Roku actually looked pretty good, poised for a potential breakout of this downtrend over 178. With that being said, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Now, I would not just go rushing into the stock because you feel that it's cheap. Who determines what is cheap for a stock and what is overvalued for a stock? Is it you? Is it me? Is it, some analyst that you're reading? Is it CNBC? Who is determining that? Here's the way that I look at it. Whatever the market is willing to pay for the stock, that's what the stock is valued at. Was there a reason that Tesla should have been trading at $1,250? Was there a reason stocks like Peloton should have been trading at $150? Was there a real reason why GameStop ran to over $400, $500? Was there a real reason? Do you believe that that was right? Some people can say short squeeze this, hedge funds that. At the end of the day, a company is worth what someone is willing to pay for it. What you need to keep in mind is that this is an open market. There's buyers and there's sellers. You can't really put an analyst or, fundamental earnings for 5-10 years down the road and say that because this company is going to be profitable by XYZ in 10 years, that it deserves to be trading at a forward PE like some of these stocks are trading at. The stocks are worth what people are willing to pay for it. And if no one is willing to buy this stock and this stock continues to lose 139.47, it will go lower. Guys, it's trading at 112.35 in the after hours. You can see here, we've already lost this level in the after hours. So the whole point that I'm trying to make is if we take a look at this 139.47 and we go back to my hourly time frame, guys, we've already lost this level. So what is next that can happen? Can Roku start to bounce back up in 125, 130, 135? Of course, but as long as it's staying under that 137, 140 area, it can be seen as a level of rejection. So if we do come back into these zones and we test it and we reject and it finally loses the earnings lows, which is 111.69, if we lose that, this can be on a multi-week, multi-cycle downward spiral. So I think there will be a little bit of a bounce play opportunity, but only for day traders, only for scalpers. The last thing I would want anyone to do is to get into a long play here thinking that the stock is oversold just to have it bounce for you in your favor 2 to 3 days and then watch it 2-3 weeks later continue to drift lower. And now what you thought was the bottom is now you are searching for a new bottom. Guys, if you are looking or interested in day trading and you want kind of levels like this intraday where I'm going to let you know, hey, you know what, we're breaking down support, possible short at this level, XYZ price, possible breakout long at XYZ price. Come trade with me each and every single day live on Discord. That link can be found down in the description box below. If you do not want to do that, I totally agree. Some people are different style and traders and investors, but I'll tell you what, that this is not a swing traders market. Day-to-day basis, we either gap up, gap down. It's too hard to try to predict. You're basically playing earnings. You're basically gambling that the stock is going to be green because futures or the stocks opened or closed green or vice versa, closed red. So you can't really do that to yourself until we get into a trending bear market, which we are still not in a bear market. Here's the thing I want everyone to realize. Most stocks in the NASDAQ 100 are indeed in their very own bear market. However, the indices, the triple Qs, the SPYs, the Dow Jones, they are not in a bear market. So what happens if for example, the triple Qs do go into a bear market, what would happen to these stocks if they're already down so much? Do you think that the indices go into a bear market? I'm not saying that we are, but let's hypothetically say that we go into a bear market on the triple Qs, on the NASDAQ 100. Do you think that while we're in a bear market that Roku is going to be making new all-time highs? If you guys want to stay put and stay tuned to my videos, definitely subscribe to my channel, throw me a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys all in the next trading video.